Hey guys, Mikhail here from Device Deal, and today we're going to look at the new Netgear gaming router, and exclusively with Wi-Fi 6. Model number today we're looking at is the XR1000, which is the first one of Netgear's Nighthawk series that has Wi-Fi 6, and it's actually probably one of the first in the world as well that includes that Wi-Fi 6 technology. So we'll go ahead and look at all the other specs in a sec, but for now, in the time being, let's have a look what's inside. So firstly, as we take it out the box, the first thing you'll find is the quick start guide, a little bit unconventional compared to your standard quick start guide, which will usually be a booklet. This is just a single sheet. So it just shows you how easy this thing is to set up. So all you got to really do is just download the app, set it up on your devices, and you're good to go. It's as easy as that. On the back, you'll just have your inclusions, what's included, and what I guess all the buttons mean, which we'll go through in just a sec. Then once you open it up, you'll find the router itself, which we've got here. Got the cool red tinge, which I'm a big fan of. Cool kind of futuristic shape, I'd say, as well. And it's really, really light. I mean, I know that routers aren't generally heavy usually, but you'd almost feel like there's nothing in here. And I can promise you, there's definitely stuff in here. Once you take that off, you'll find your 4 antennas, Ethernet cable, and power cable. Okay, so now we're going to give you a little bit more of a close-up of everything going on here. So, front plate, you can see we've got our cool shape. You'll find a couple buttons on here. So the top button here is for your Wi-Fi on and off. So you've actually got the ability to turn the Wi-Fi on and off, which I know some people have an issue with if you're kind of scared of radiation. I'm personally not one of those people, but there's some people out there like that. The bottom one is for your WPS. So if you just want to connect some devices up wirelessly, that's another way to do that. Each of the indication ports on the right-hand side is showing your Ethernet. So if you've got a wired connection in either port, it'll tell you if that's active or not. And then on the left side, you've got a few options. Top one just being whether the router itself is receiving any internet. Then you've got your 2.4 and 5 gigahertz band lights. So they'll just show you, kind of tell you which bands that are currently in use. And then again, a light for the USB 3. So if you're using a device, it'll tell you if it's actually being used or not. Then as we turn around to the back, show you our ports. We've got our 4 Ethernet ports here, so for your wired connections, especially I know if people are doing gaming, that's probably going to get you your greatest speed if you have a wired connection. Your WAN connection, which is just for where the modem will be connected to. Power port, on and off button just for the router itself. Your USB port, your small reset pin area. And then on each side, you can see you've got your 4 antenna ports. It's important to note that the antennas are actually labeled, so you can't just put any antenna to any port. So really keep a lookout when setting this up that you are putting the right antennas to the right areas. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the specifications that make up this bad boy. So first things first, we mentioned earlier that it's got the new Wi-Fi 6 technology. Now this is one of the first gaming routers in the market, and especially in the Netgear's range and in the Nighthawk range, that has this Wi-Fi 6 technology. The Wi-Fi 6 technology not only gives you greater speeds, including a theoretical maximum of 4.8 gigahertz on the 5 gigahertz band, but it also allows for reduced congestion. So if you're part of a household with heaps of devices on your network, your phones, tablets, laptops, and even smart TVs, and these days people even have smart fridges. With all these devices in your network these days, you need something that can support everything without reducing the bandwidth. So the Wi-Fi 6 is the way to go to handle all that traffic and not lose any bandwidth. On top of that, you can even prioritize devices, but we'll go into that in just a second. Other specs include a powerful 1.5 gigahertz triple core processor, OFDMA, and the Netgear DumaOS 3.0. The benefits of OFDMA is that it provides higher diversity and efficiency of frequency, provides lower interference, and better coverage over networks. The Duma operating system allows you to optimize and allocate your bandwidth for your live streaming and gaming needs. And now I just want to go a little bit further into that Duma operating system because it's a super helpful feature. Really allows you to take as much control over your system as possible. So some of the things that the Duma operating system includes is a geofilter, which allows you to reduce lag in your games by guaranteeing that the server that you are using is in your chosen location. So of course, you always want to go local, unless you're doing some global activities. Then you've also got your ping heat map. So again, finding the most optimal game server in your location. So not only are you going to be within Australia, but you're even going to find the best local server just to make sure you've got as least ping as humanly possible. Then you've got your quality of service, so the QoS, which is a tab that prevents the congestion on your network by offering stuff like anti-buffer bloat, traffic prioritization, and bandwidth allocation. So this is where you can really take your bandwidth and just say, I want to prioritize it to my gaming devices, your laptops or your PlayStation, Xboxes, and that just really makes sure that you'll never have any issues with those particular devices. You also get a device manager tab, which shows you all the devices connected to your router, and a network monitor tab to see what your uploads and download speeds are for each device. So you can even see how, once you do your prioritizing, you can see the difference in speeds and see if you need to make some amendments. So again, gives you a heap of control, which is very, very helpful. So these are some features that really you don't find in a lot of gaming routers. So it's a really strong suit, and I guess a big thumbs up for what the Netgear Nighthawk has to offer. So to summarize, the new Netgear XR1000 is a great new addition to the Nighthawk family. As we mentioned firstly, it's got a really good aesthetic to me. I didn't mention it earlier, but you've got actually really nice ventilation both on the front, top and back. So if you're doing some hardcore gaming or using it's just not going to overheat. You've got your Adurma operating system, which I'm a huge fan of just because it gives you that real ultimate control in your gaming and device sharing services. So if you're a really avid gamer like myself, it really gets you to prioritize your gaming and get the best out of your system. On top of that, you're using the new Wi-Fi 6 technology, so again allows you for your greater speeds and greater traffic distribution across all your different devices. You've got all your ports that you needed. You've even got some security features which are nice and required, and ultimately there's no way to go past this. So my name is Mikhail from Device Deal. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.